What is the most powerful belief that you hold? So the most powerful belief that you hold is actually your identity. So growing up, I would always label myself like Greg, the football player, or later Greg, the teacher. And like my whole life centered around how I felt about my own identity inside that little box. I also struggled a lot with reading comprehension back in school, and I sort of placed that ADD label on myself, and my whole identity was centered around that fact as well. And I'd get feedback from other teachers and things like that when they would come to me and be like, hey, do you need a little help? So I would always see myself as the one that didn't learn at the same rate as other kids. So of course, naturally, I would think about the negative feelings and the negative thoughts about myself as being, a little bit slower than the other kids, and didn't really focus on the positive things I was doing in school and the other subjects that I was talented in. I would always focus on that one thing I couldn't do. So I think identity is important in the context of the fact that it follows us everywhere. Like it's a factor we bring everywhere in our lives. Even if our circumstances change around us, our identity's following us. So in some cases where people are competent in their job, they're competent people, but they're not confident in what they're doing because they haven't changed at the identity level yet. So all these negative experiences that you focused on for so long, this creates sort of your referenced self. So all those generalizations and all those negative self-beliefs they're all collected and compiled and basically haphazardly organized so that you actually come away with some kind of negative identity altogether. So my life was not better until I actually changed at the identity level, not the opportunity level. All of these things that were happening around me were changing, but I wasn't changing. You really have to focus on the identity level and changing that first through changing your self-concept, which is the work that I do as a coach.